Terrifier 3. So I'm keeping up with my Christmas movies. I watched Dear Santa, and that was not a pleasant experience. Terrifier 3, though, pleasant experience in my eyes. This is the third in the franchise. Obviously, the first one came out in 2016, I want to believe. And I believe the first time I didn't fully watch the movie in 2018. I saw part of the scene where the woman was hanging upside down and certain things happened. And I kind of thought it was a little too over the top and ridiculous. But I never actually watched the movie in full. I think it was like another year or two later before I actually watched the movie in full. And then actually really ended up enjoying Terrifier 1. It's not the greatest movie in the world, but when you look at the budget of that movie of $30,000 and what it achieves, it's stupendous in that sense. And then Terrifier 2, I believe, came out last year. It was a 2-hour, 30-minute epic movie. It did so much. Everything that Terrifier 1 wasn't the greatest with, it totally fixed upon. Maybe someday I'll do separate reviews for those because I really do enjoy this franchise. This third movie in the franchise, though, might be my flippin' favorite. I really, really enjoy this movie. I think this movie does such a great job. All three of these movies do a great job of towing the line. For example, the first scene of this movie, there are things that people literally were throwing up in the theater, walking out of the theater after seeing some of this. I think it does such a great job of towing the line, though. You know what has happened because you see the aftermath, but you don't see the actual current part of what it is happening. Art the Clown is, because he's my favorite Halloween character of all time, horror character of all time. Sorry, Michael Myers. Sorry, Freddy Krueger. I mean, he's just my favorite. I love that he doesn't talk. I love that he's just kind of, when he smiles, when he frowns, his quiet laughter, just everything about Art the Clown is just so perfect for me. And the actor that portrays him is incredible in my eyes. I just absolutely love what he's doing in this movie. The gal, I forget her name actually. Since we're on IMDb here, we're gonna look it up here. I forget the name of the main gal. Sienna. She is back in this one after the second one, and I absolutely love her character. I think the performance is fantastic. Something I did not love about the second movie was the performance of her brother. I just kind of, he needed more experience. He's not in this one as much, but he is still in the movie. And he's gotten a little bit better, but I just still don't think he's the greatest actor in the world. He needs an acting instructor, I think. And I just love where this movie went. The movie takes place a few years after the second one. Sienna is now living with an uncle. Her brother is now in college. And it did give me some Scream 6 vibes, because in Scream 6, you got the older sister who is traumatized. You have the younger sister who is traumatized but trying to move on with her life. Her brother in this movie is trying to move on with his life. Sienna's a little traumatized still. And I just kind of found that a comparison, I guess you could say. But it doesn't do it in the same way that Scream did it. And I really did enjoy that. The kills in this movie are just crazy. My favorite probably being the bathroom scene. I've seen the bathroom. The editing in this movie, particularly in that scene, is great because it's showing one thing and then it shows another thing, which is freaking hilarious. Back to the thing that's like, oh my god, owie. Back to this hilarious thing that Art the Clown's doing. It's just so beautifully done how they decided to put these things together. Just the things they came up with, how they come up with this, it just blows my mind. But I was laughing so hard during that scene while also like just going ow, 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 why, no, 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 ow, ow, ow. It's just absolutely incredible. I absolutely I just love these things. I will say this, as far as some negatives go, the pacing at times is a little interesting. There's a character brought back from the first one who's kind of ish in the second one, that I do like that is in the movie, but there's some extra moments with them that feel a little too much, maybe. Maybe just a little padded one time, but that's not that much of a negative. The ending of this movie as well. It's very much kind of a cliffhanger. There's a lot of questions leaving this one. There was kind of a lot of questions leaving the second one too, but it still wrapped up. This movie doesn't fully wrap up, and I will say that's a bit of a negative, but I loved everything during that period that I really did not care. And I'll say this as well. There is a certain person that is possible, is dead, it seems like. Art the Clown basically reveals that this person is dead. If they are dead and it happened off screen, the way that it doesn't show, I think that was a bit unfair to the character. And I didn't particularly love this character. But if they did kill this character off screen, I'm a little disappointed in that. I don't like that this character was just kind of killed off screen. I'm just noticing that axe is like in my head. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I love this movie. It takes place during Christmas too. It totally worked. It had the Terrifier song. There's a scene at the mall that is spectacular. I just love everything about it. The scene at the bar with the Santa too is just hysterical. I love how dark this movie is while also being just so freaking hilarious. It's the best comedy I've seen this year. That's not saying much considering there's like been 0 comedies because there's no comedy anymore. But I just love that this movie can toe the line. I love that it's kind of mixing up genres. I love that it's kind of mystical at times. I love this movie so much. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but we're in the last month of the year, and I think this movie might be in my top 10 best movies of the year. I just talked about Dear Santa and how it's my worst movies of the year. I think this movie is going to be my top 10 best of the year. I freaking love this movie. I have very little negatives with it. Yeah, it's gory. But I think, like I said, it kind of toes the line with that. It doesn't, it's just fun, ridiculous. I just love Art the Clown. He really is probably one of my favorite horror icons. Yeah, I really do freaking love this movie. I think everything about it, the direction, the cinematography, the acting, all of it has gotten considerably better too since the first one. And I just think it is such a fun, great horror Christmas movie. It takes place during Christmas. So yeah, at the end of the day, guys, I really do love this movie. A couple of minor negatives, really. But I think this movie's so solid. I'm gonna go 8 out of 10 on this one. I'm gonna go 8 out of 10 on this one. I really do enjoy this movie. I have so much fun with this movie. I want to own this movie on Blu-ray or 4K so bad. I really, really do. I would love to hear a director's commentary too. I love this movie so much. So guys, have you watched any of the Terrifier movies? Are they a little too gory for you and you haven't watched them? I don't blame you if you don't. I really don't, because they are extremely gory and a little bit over the top and crazy, but not for everyone. But yeah, guys, that is my review of Terrifier 3. I hope you guys have yourself a great night, and we'll see you on next time.